Remember when you could hit Walmart at 3 a.m. just because you were bored? Yeah, those days are dead, and the actual reason is dumber than you think. Look, I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's probably just the pandemic, right? Wrong. 2020 was just the convenient excuse companies needed to pull off something they'd been planning for years. Because here's what nobody's talking about: these businesses are making more money now with shorter hours, not less. And they've somehow convinced you that wanting to shop past 9 p.m. makes you the problem. In this video, I'm breaking down how ghost kitchens killed your local diner, why gas stations now shut off their pumps at 7 p.m., and the real reason you get treated like a criminal just for existing in a parking lot after dark. Plus, the one simple thing that could bring back 24-hour America, but it'll never happen because it's too profitable to keep you locked out. Trust me, this goes way deeper than safety concerns, and you're going to be pissed off when you realize how easily we all got played. So picture this: it's 2019 and you're having one of those nights where sleep just isn't happening. Maybe you just got off a late shift, maybe you're dealing with insomnia, or maybe you're just one of those people who comes alive after midnight. No big deal, right? You grab your keys, hop in the car, and you've got options, real options. You could hit the 24-hour Walmart and wander the aisles looking for absolutely nothing in particular. You could swing by that late night diner where the coffee was always too strong and the waitress knew your order by heart. Maybe grab some gas, pick up snacks at 7-Eleven, or even browse books at that one bookstore that stayed open until 2 a.m. because the owner was a night owl just like you. The point is, the night belonged to you too. America was this place where if you needed something at 3 a.m., you could probably find it. We called ourselves the country that never sleeps, and for the most part, that wasn't just marketing nonsense, it was actually true. Fast forward to today and try that same late night adventure. Go ahead, I'll wait. You'll drive around for an hour and find absolutely nothing. Even the gas stations have their pumps shut off after 7 p.m. in some places. The McDonald's that used to have their lobby open 24/7, drive-through only, and even that closes at 11. That 7-Eleven that was supposed to be, always open, locked up tight by 10 p.m. with a sign that basically says, "Thanks for understanding." Like you're supposed to be grateful for the inconvenience. It's like the entire country collectively decided that nothing good happens after 9 p.m., so why bother staying open? But here's the thing that should really piss you off. This wasn't some organic cultural shift where Americans suddenly became early birds. This was a calculated business decision disguised as everything else. When 2020 hit, businesses had to cut hours to survive, fair enough. But here's where it gets interesting. While everyone was focused on just surviving the immediate crisis, corporate boardrooms were running the numbers on something they'd been curious about for years. What if we just didn't go back? See, 24-hour operations have always been expensive. Overnight staff, shift differentials, extra security, higher insurance costs, and the overnight crowd was never their biggest moneymaker anyway. But before 2020, cutting those hours would have been a PR nightmare. The pandemic gave them perfect cover. Suddenly, cutting hours wasn't about corporate greed, it was about keeping everyone safe and adapting to new customer patterns. Except those new customer patterns were forced, not chosen. When everything closes early, people have no choice but to shop during the day. Then businesses point to their daytime numbers and say, "See, this is when customers actually want to shop." Perfect circular logic. We closed at night because nobody shops at night. Nobody shops at night because we're closed at night. Therefore, we should stay closed at night. But the real genius was what happened next. Instead of just cutting costs, these businesses found ways to increase revenue while providing less service. The secret weapon: delivery apps and ghost kitchens. Before 2020, if you wanted food at midnight, you had options. Drive to that 24-hour diner, hit up a late night pizza place, grab something from a convenience store. Now, everything's closed, but don't worry, you can still get food delivered through DoorDash or Uber Eats. Except that food isn't coming from the local diner that used to stay open for you, it's coming from a ghost kitchen. Ghost kitchens are commercial kitchens that exist only to fulfill delivery orders, usually tucked away in industrial areas where rent is cheap. They can operate multiple restaurant brands from the same location, so that authentic Italian bistro and gourmet burger joint you're ordering from, same 3 guys in a warehouse making everything from the same ingredients. Ghost kitchens operate with minimal staff, no front of house expenses, no ambiance to maintain, and can pump out food until 2 a.m. without the overhead costs that made late night dining expensive for traditional restaurants. Meanwhile, delivery apps take their cut. Ghost kitchens make money without running a real restaurant, and the traditional late night spots that served the community, gone permanently. This created a new kind of economic segregation. If you can afford delivery fees, surge pricing, tips, and marked up menu prices, you can still get what you need at night. If you can't, if you're working a minimum wage night shift and just need groceries or basic supplies, you're screwed. And here's the kicker: many of these businesses are making more money now than they ever did with 24-hour service. Walmart's revenue has grown since cutting most 24-hour locations. McDonald's profits have soared despite reduced hours. They figured out how to provide less service while making more money. But the economic manipulation is only half the story. The other half is how we've completely changed who gets to use public spaces and when. There's this concept called eyes on the street. The more people out and about, the safer spaces become through natural surveillance. When you remove legitimate reasons for people to be out at night, what's left? According to current logic, if you're out late, you must be up to no good. Try sitting in your car in any retail parking lot after 9 p.m. You'll get loudspeaker announcements telling you you're trespassing, security guards asking what you're doing there, treated with suspicion for existing in a space after an arbitrary time someone else decided was appropriate. These are public-facing businesses with parking lots designed for customers, but using those spaces after a certain hour makes you a trespasser. What we've created is a culture where being out at night is inherently suspicious. People stop going out because they don't want the hassle. Businesses point to lack of customers as justification for staying closed. Police treat anyone out as a potential problem. The cycle continues. But here's what really gets me. This isn't making anyone safer. When you have thriving late night businesses, you have employees working, customers coming and going, general activity that keeps spaces from becoming deserted. When you shut that down, you create dead zones where only people who don't care about rules are out. It's like deciding the solution to crime is making sure all law-abiding people stay home after dark. These companies externalized all social costs while keeping financial benefits. They save money on labor and security, but communities lose gathering spaces, night shift workers lose shopping options, and public safety gets worse. Speaking of costs, let's talk about what this has actually cost you. If you work nights, you now shop during sleep time. If you have insomnia or prefer less crowded shopping, tough luck. Need something urgently after hours? Pay premium delivery prices or wait until tomorrow. But the hidden costs are bigger. When businesses operate fewer hours, they handle the same customer volume in less time. Longer lines, more crowded stores, worse service during open hours. You're not just losing late night convenience, you're getting worse daytime experience too. We've also lost what sociologists call third places, spaces that aren't home or work where people can exist and interact with their community. Late night diners, 24-hour bookstores, all-night laundromats served as informal community centers. When you eliminate those spaces, you force people to be more isolated, making them more likely to stay home and order everything online. Now, here's the part that'll really piss you off. There is a simple solution and it would work almost immediately. But it's never happening because too many people make too much money from the current system. The solution is demand. If enough people consistently showed up at businesses during late night hours and spent money, those businesses would stay open. But we've trained an entire generation to expect everything delivered on demand. Why drive to a store at midnight when you can have whatever you need brought to your door? The convenience of on-demand everything made us all homebodies, and homebodies don't create foot traffic that keeps late-night businesses viable. It's a perfect trap. The more convenient we make staying home, the less reason businesses have to stay open, which makes it even more convenient to stay home. Companies like Amazon, DoorDash, and Uber Eats have every incentive to keep it this way. Why would they want you to drive to a store when they can charge extra to bring the store to you? The really insidious part is how this transformation has been framed as consumer choice. You can still get what you need at night, you just pay extra for delivery and accept that you'll never have the option to browse, explore, or exist in public spaces after dark. They've convinced us that losing 24-hour America was inevitable, a natural evolution toward efficiency. But efficiency for who? Not for night shift workers who can't buy groceries after work, or insomniacs who found comfort in late-night diners, or anyone who liked having options when the world was asleep. The truth is, we gave up one of the things that made America unique, the idea that opportunity and access didn't have a bedtime. We let corporations convince us that wanting to shop at midnight made us the problem, that needing services after 9 p.m. was unreasonable. Now we're stuck in a world where purchasing power determines access to basic services, where being out at night makes you suspicious, and where communities lose gathering spaces because keeping them open wasn't profitable enough. The country that never slept is now afraid of the dark, and we're all poorer for it. But hey, at least you can get overpriced food delivered at 2 a.m., so I guess that's progress.